And welcome to the Bible Guy on what is a new series, and it's a series for seekers. So that's our new series, a series for seekers. And this is a series for those who are new Christians, those who are skeptical of the Bible, of Christianity, or those who just have questions. They're just not sure about it, but they are seeking something. They know there's something out there. This is the first episode, which is entitled "The Bible, Why Bother? Why Bother?" And it refers to the apathy that we can have about the Bible, about Christianity, about the meaning of life. I remember feeling that way myself as a young man. I went to church each week, but I had lots of questions, and it just seemed like too much trouble. The Bible was complicated, too difficult to understand. It didn't seem to help other people around me who supposedly followed it. And I thought, why bother? Well, I understand that. Why would you bother today? And what I want to encourage us to do is not to look at the problems and the doubts that we have, but let's look at the questions that we have. The questions that you have will not go away, and it's very difficult to suppress them. What questions do I mean? The big questions of life, the existential questions. Why am I here? Where am I going? What is actually all this about? When will it all end? And where am I going when I die? Is that it? Will I see this person in heaven or somewhere else? Or is that the final outcome? And there's nothing more after this life. These are the big questions that will not go away. We can try to suppress them by many different things: drink, drugs, alcohol, sex, relationships, any number of other ventures in life to try and suppress them, but they will not go away. And this is what to appeal to us today, what I discovered myself. The Bible does have answers to these big questions that are knocking around in your head, that everyone's head. The Bible has answers for these questions. The Bible does explain the answers to these big questions, and that's what I wanted to appeal to us today. And the good thing is the Bible, it's not changeable. It doesn't work 1 year but not the next. One season and then it ceases as you get older. 21 years I've been following it and it's never let me down. The Bible will not and has not changed. Life is changing, but God's word doesn't change. The Bible has taught me many things. The big questions I had, one of the big questions is just value. Am I valuable? The Bible has taught me that I am valuable. I became very comfortable with opening up as the years went by. I was very closed as an individual. I didn't like sharing weaknesses or problems about myself. But after becoming a Christian and reading God's word, I became open about my challenges and my struggles. I remember telling people, I've been very honest, and I said to people before it was my birthday, where we would commonly share with someone at their birthday party, I remember changing my behavior slightly before the party. In other words, I might be a little bit nicer, a little bit kinder. I might do acts and things that I think might get recognized, and then people might mention it at my birthday party. And I remember telling people that I would think like this, that I might even do something to change what they would share. And people were amazed by my openness. I remember thinking I couldn't have done that years before. I could never have been that open. Why was I able to be open? Because I knew I was of value. God's word indicated and told me clearly that I have immense value. My flaws and all. Even them terrible flaws that I have, where I wanted people to think well of me, that I'd actually change my behavior just so they would think highly of me. People were amazed, but the good thing for me was I felt free. The Bible has the answers we all desperately need. In Acts 17, one of the big questions we have is, why am I here? What's the purpose? In Acts 17, God's word spoke to me when I first read it. It said, from one man he made all nations, that they should inhabit the whole earth, and he marked out their appointed times in history and the boundaries of their land. So God works out where you're going to live, what country you're going to be in, what particular time. Why? He did this so that they would seek him and perhaps reach out for him and find him. But he is not far from each one of us. God determined where we would live, the places, the times, our parents potentially, our grandparents. He worked all of this out. He put you where you are today. The life you're living right now is no accident. God has made that clear. Why? So that you might reach out and find him and discover the meaning for it all, and discover the purpose to your life, which is to seek God, have a relationship with him, and that's the foundation for everything else. So I just want to appeal to us today, well, Bible, why bother? Because it has the answers for life. It answers the questions that you have, that I have, that everyone has, that will not go away. We can suppress them. Suppressing them leads to more pain. We've got to have these questions answered. God's word has the answers. If you'd like to find out more about this, please drop me a message. Please like and share this on for other people who have these big questions. We can engage in some Bible study if that's the sort of thing that you would want. But again, like, share this on, subscribe to That Bible Guy. We'll be back with our next episode in what I've termed a series for seekers. Thanks for listening today, and let's get his word out there.